Final round before best of 5 territory on this side of the bracket at very least. We're getting in on Smashville. I see. We're gonna have to see basically how LethalPop decides to play because she gets to set the pace of this game. This is her decision, and G0nard has to adapt to what she does. No clear playstyle yet here from LethalPop. Kind of playing, you doing a few options, mix and matching. She went to the platform at one point, but G0nard was already up there. It seems like she's only on the platform when G0nard's been meeting her there preemptively. Then kind of jumping up onto the platform when he sees LethalPop in the air. Up smash is going to send it off. But G0nard finds his way back, but wished the KO punch a bit too far forward placing. Yeah, okay, and they're dead. Stock one for LethalPop there. And now you have to deal with Snake with a lead, which is not a fun thing to do. It doesn't seem like LethalPop is playing this like specific anti-Little Mac gameplay because Snake existing is anti-Little Mac gameplay. Especially with that sticky there waiting for the counter. But that shield break's going to be a stock for G0nard. Seeing a lot of stupid stuff happening this game. So I'm pretty sure Alibi versus Hunger is game 3 right now too. Sitting there in friendlies. But LethalPop has still a pretty big lead here. But she's jumping around on the platform now. G0nard's not preemptively up there. So it's a much safer thing to do. But I think the grenades that LethalPop can pull also make it hard for Little Mac to do anything, especially if you're like in shield. Little Mac wants to throw out a lot of moves. Waits for it, gets the other. Little Mac wants to throw out a lot of moves. And if there's grenades, you kind of just can't throw out moves. It's a really cool thing Snake can do. But it's an evenish game now. The KO punch really did help G0nard bring it back a little bit. That's so much damage here from these explosives. That ledge, so hard for Little Mac to deal with. Reading the roll-in and everything. G0nard has a lot of time, a lot of ground to make up. Oh my god, words. But KO punch is looming. It's almost built up. LethalPop has to be really scared of it. A few more hits on shield or something, and it's going to be active. Grenade's putting damage too to get into that KO punch threshold, and it's here. This is the make or break point here. Doing the gazelle punch, but not getting the timing aerial. I don't know if G0nard practices that. I feel like I see him go for it every time he has KO punch, and he's like never hit it. So I don't know if he practices it or not, but I do think either you need to practice it to be able to get it more consistently, or you need to stop going for it, because it never works for you. And I think G0nard really needs to realize that. But despite that, it was a pretty close game, and we're getting into game 2 on Battlefield. G0nard, for some reason, believes this is a good Little Mac stage. They can't comp you on the top platform or anything. It's fine. We're going to have to see if LethalPop decides to play that style, now that the top platform is here, or if they're going to continue play how they did before. Because this top platform makes it a lot harder for G0nard to meet you up there preemptively. But we do see him doing it already. So G0nard, comfortable with his platform movement, it seems. Sticky staying on G0nard, though, not transferring to LethalPop. Is that going to kill? Okay. I don't know what the buffs are like for up B, because I remember Little Mac did just get buffed. I don't remember exactly. It was like down angled F smash up B and neutral B. I guess we did see the shield break stock 1 for the down angled F smash, true. So we have seen that tool come in already. At least side being to ledge doesn't work out. Apparently, it just pops a grenade there. That's a scary thing to deal with. Just ran up with the dash attack to pop the KO punch. Seeing a pretty close game here. G0nard being comfortable with his platform movement. LethalPop still opting to play a more grounded play style. Just quite odd against Little Mac. And if this game goes south, we might need to see a bit of a shift. But it is a bit hard for Little Mac to approach. Just Snake in general, even if they're on the ground, just because of the tools that they do have, like the explosives and everything. But G0nard does have the lead right now. And he's keeping the stock alive. Nikita gonna go all the way up. We're seeing a little bit of damage in here from G0nard. Gets a little fancy with his platform movement. C4 is gonna punish him for it, but he still has this lead here. LethalPop jumping around with her explosives. She's a bit more this game. I feel like we've seen a lot more like jump explosives from her. Is a slight shift in playstyle here. Not really using the top platform too much herself. But G0nard seems to be using it. He seems to like going to the top platform, coming down, and then doing an option, which is an odd option, but you don't really see it coming, especially from a Little Mac. So it seems to be working out fine for him. No. LethalPop is playing super defensive here, though. Does not want to die. A very committal option there with the down smash. Really trying to get Little Mac off stage there with the read. And it doesn't pay out, which means G0nard's going to find that stock. Sticky doesn't transfer, gets some damage. KO Punch is online, though. Once G0nard comes down, you have to be scared of it. Down tilt into the KO Punch. It's game 2 for G0nard. I feel like we didn't see... I feel like G0nard dealt with some of the camping pretty well because she was doing it a bit more there at the end. So I'm not too sure what she should be doing. I've been very bad with analyzing the matchups today. But it felt like she played a bit more defensive there on Battlefield, and it didn't actually end up working out. I didn't see where we were going. All right, Northern Cave this time. The side platforms are a lot harder for Little Mac to deal with than platforms on stage. This is somewhere you don't really want to be going preemptively at all, or platforms you can have creative movement around on with Little Mac. Tries to break the shield with a down angled F smash. It's a really scary thing you have to deal with now. But LethalPop has established her game plan, and G0nard has to find a way around it now. So much shield damage, oh my god. It's an even game meeting her on the platform here now that she had a tech situation. So let G0nard hit this nice advantage state. And LethalPop has to find her way back. But G0nard is not scared to pressure this platform. And he has the KO punch and everything too. What are you gonna do? It runs up, it goes forward, it goes up. It hits you there. That's stock one for G0nard. Little Mac's on upstage. We haven't really seen an edge guard. We've seen like ledge trapping and Nikita, but G0nard's gotten back for free every time. Which with weird moves like Snake's aerials, I guess that kind of makes sense, but it's letting G0nard live a lot longer than he should as Little Mac. But the C4 drop is finally going to take the stock. LethalPop retreating back to her safe haven, this platform. But she doesn't have the lead anymore. She has to do something a bit different, unless she just hopes that G0nard gets a bunch of damage tacked on her. But G0nard's happy to eventually go in. You don't expect him to with how patient he's playing, just sitting there. But then he goes in when you least expect it. Fishing for an option where it lets the punish. How did that not hit the grenade? The down smash, or the F smash angled down? It's the up B out of the grenade pop. This is last stock for LethalPop. Because like the camping game just hasn't worked out for her as much. I don't know. It's so weird. But on a character like Little Mac, sometimes they just overwhelm you and you're not sure how to deal with their options. KO punch still online. We might find it soon. The up tilt's waiting for the air dodge. Into the KO punch is a 2-1 for G0nard. Sometimes you just get Little Mac'd. But